May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and this morning we are shining a light on depression. Country music star Naomi Judd died on Saturday after losing her battle with mental illness.
Well, now psychologists say her story, although tragic, can help others overcome depression. It certainly starts a very important conversation. Joining us live to talk about what we can learn from this story and how we can continue this important talk is renowned psychologist and author Dr. Gregory Jantz. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Such an important topic at this time with Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yeah, well, I think what makes it even sadder in this case, I mean, it's horrible. But, you know, in 2016, Naomi Judd kind of emerged from depression. She spoke publicly about this, saying she had hope that she was doing better. To see her, losing her life to mental illness just a few years later, it's really shocking. I mean, I think people may not think about depression having the ability to come back and to be so severe after successful treatment.
Yes. And we know the last 2.5 years of the pandemic period we've been in, depression rates are an all-time high, depression and anxiety. And she's an example, Emily, of people suffering in silence. They have been suffering, they've been triggered, they've been isolated, there's a lot of fear out there. And that really is a tipping point for many. And we do need to talk about the reality of suicide, the suicide ideation, because when we say that she lost her battle with mental illness, really what we know is that she took her life. And that's where untreated depression can take us to that point of despair.
Well, let's take a look at what the signs are. If I'm, concerned about a family member or a friend, what should I be looking out for?
Well, we have depression and anxiety. We have those that are what we call suicide ideation. And this is a situation where things are not changing. You're feeling that despondency. We see more isolation. We see more pulling away from people. We see self-care kind of fall off the side. We see where people would normally be engaged in daily activities, they can't seem to make a decision and they want to be off by themselves. We may even see at times a person that seems relief. They've made a decision, they've made a plan, and suddenly you think, well, I think they're okay, but really they've only made a decision about what to do with their life. There's a lot of warning signs, but we also know that a person who's at that point of despondency may also be very secretive. And sometimes the tragedy is that we didn't see it all because we couldn't. So be alert, trust your intuition. We know right now in our country, between 12 and 17-year-olds, suicide is the second leading cause of death. Now that's hard to even say.
It is. It's shocking when you look at the numbers and so sad. I think, you mentioned that things have certainly gotten worse for a lot of people during the pandemic. It has certainly had an impact on our mental health. But at the same time, we have seen this conversation getting louder and more people talking about these things in society today. Sometimes people are really worried to broach this topic, and there is still a bit of a stigma. But can talking about it or asking someone, are you okay? How are you doing? Does that have a real impact?
I am so glad you asked, Emily, because that's so important. If you feel like you're concerned about somebody, what we know is speaking up and even saying, tell me how you're doing. How bad is it? And even to ask the question, well, have you ever thought about taking your life? Is it feeling that bad? Because we need to open that window of conversation. It does not give them ideas. That's a myth. Actually opening up a conversation can be the beginning of saving a life.
Are there any new advances in treatment for depression? What does the latest research say?
Well, there are. In fact, it may sound kind of ironic, but if you're struggling with depression, we have more options for care than ever before. And what we know is that the different options, if we stay with it, and we see it as a big puzzle, we look at, okay, what are the missing pieces? Is this a biological depression? Is this a situational? Has there been abuse or trauma? Is there addiction? Addiction, a lot of times, a secret addiction could be a part of that equation. So we begin to look at what's missing in this puzzle. And usually a successful treatment of depression, and I tell you, we've seen it, this is our 38th year, we do see success. There is hope, but don't wait too long. Don't live in that despair.
It's such an important message and a reminder to
Yes.
have those conversations. Some good can come of it. Dr. Jantz, thank you so much for helping us raise awareness
Yeah.
during this Mental Health Awareness Month. We really appreciate
Yes.
it.
So important.
And if you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, please know that help is available. The Suicide Prevention Lifeline numbers are on your screen right now. You can call 1-800-273-8255. You can also text Oregon to 741-741. We're also going to post these numbers and resources for you on the AM Extra section of KOIN.com.